The Rinse YNR December 17th. Nikki warns Victor his Jabot war could cost him everything. In the December 17th episode of The Young and the Restless, Nikki warns Victor that his vendetta against Jabot has crossed a line and may cost him everything that truly matters. What begins as another escalation in Victor's long-running feud with Jack becomes something far more personal when Nikki makes it clear she will not stand by if his obsession continues to cause collateral damage. What happened with Nikki? Nikki, Melody Thomas Scott, finally said the quiet part out loud. Victor's, Eric Braden, relentless push to damage Jabot isn't just business maneuvering anymore. It's personal, unchecked, and destructive. She challenged him on the scope of his actions, emphasizing that his tactics don't stop with his enemies. They ripple outward, affecting families, employees, and people who never asked to be part of his war. Victor, unsurprisingly, defended himself. To him, this is strategy, control, protection, the same rationale he has used for decades whenever his actions veer into dangerous territory. But Nikki wasn't interested in excuses. She saw what Victor refused to acknowledge. This vendetta is being driven by resentment, not necessity. Her warning landed because it wasn't emotional or impulsive. It was measured, clear, and grounded in reality. Victor's war may satisfy his need for dominance, but it is destabilizing everything around him, including their marriage. Why it matters for Victor. This moment marks a shift in Nikki's role within Victor's world. She has supported him through ruthless decisions before, often absorbing the emotional fallout in silence. This time, she didn't soften the message or shield him from consequences. Victor's feud with Jack, Peter Bergman, has always been deeply personal, rooted in decades of unresolved resentment. Nikki understands that history better than anyone, but by reigniting this conflict, Victor is threatening the fragile balance they've worked to rebuild, particularly after everything Nikki has endured. Her warning reframes Victor's behavior. What once passed as calculated power now looks like obsession. And Nikki is no longer willing to be collateral damage in a war she didn't choose. The fallout for Victor now faces a rare dilemma. He can continue down a path driven by vengeance, or he can recognize that this war is costing him credibility, stability, and potentially the woman who has stood by him longer than anyone else. Nikki didn't issue a dramatic ultimatum. She didn't need to. By drawing a boundary, she changed the stakes entirely. For perhaps the first time, Victor's actions carry consequences he can't bulldoze or outmaneuver. In Genoa City, power is easy to wield. Knowing when to stop has never been Victor's strength. And this time, the price may be higher than he expects. Shocking news of The Young and the Restless. December 17th, Nikki warns Victor his Jabot war could cost him everything. Fans of The Young and the Restless were left on the edge of their seats this morning as the latest twists in Genoa City's corporate battlefield came to light. The December 17th episode delivered a tense confrontation that could have far-reaching consequences for Victor Newman, his family, and the future of his business empire. In a shocking turn, Nikki Newman, the ever-loyal yet increasingly fearless matriarch of the Newman clan, delivered a stark warning to her husband Victor. His relentless war against Jabot Cosmetics could cost him everything he holds dear. The city is buzzing, and fans are already speculating. Is Victor Newman finally facing a battle that might be too much even for him to win? Here's a deep dive into today's dramatic YNR revelations. Victor's relentless war on Jabot. Victor Newman has always been portrayed as the ultimate powerhouse in Genoa City, a man who bends business and personal affairs alike to his will. But even a titan like Victor has his limits, and today's events may reveal cracks in his ironclad armor. For weeks, Victor has been maneuvering against Jabot Cosmetics, the iconic company founded by the Abbott family. His motivations are layered, a mix of corporate rivalry, personal vendettas, and the need to prove his dominance in Genoa City's cutthroat business scene. From covert acquisitions to behind-the-scenes sabotage, Victor has been playing an aggressive game, one that has left Jabot's leadership scrambling. However, Nikki Newman's shocking intervention today signaled that the war may be spiraling out of control. In a private, tension-filled conversation, Nikki confronted Victor with an uncomfortable truth. His fixation on Jabot is putting not only his legacy but also the Newman family at risk. She warned, in no uncertain terms, that his obsession could cost him more than he realizes. Nikki steps up, a bold warning. Nikki Newman has always been the moral compass in Victor's stormy life, a voice of reason amid his schemes and power plays. Yet, her warning today was unusually pointed and firm. Standing in the Newman mansion's iconic living room, Nikki faced Victor with a mixture of frustration and concern. Her words were sharp, delivered with the kind of gravitas that can only come from decades of navigating Victor's mercurial temperament. She reminded him that every attack on Jabot carries risks, legal ramifications, public scrutiny, and the potential to alienate allies. "I won't watch you destroy everything we've built for revenge," Nikki reportedly said. "Victor, this Jabot war, it could cost us more than money. It could cost us our family, our reputation, maybe even you." For long-time viewers, this moment was electrifying. Nikki has rarely spoken so bluntly, and her stance suggests a significant shift in her willingness to challenge Victor's decisions. Could this be the beginning of a new dynamic in the Newman household, where Nikki is no longer a passive supporter but an active counterforce to Victor's machinations? The fallout, family tensions boil over. Victor's battles don't exist in a vacuum, and Nikki's warning hints at an imminent domino effect across Genoa City. His relentless campaign against Jabot has already strained relationships with key players, including his children Adam and Abby Newman, who are deeply intertwined with both Newman Enterprises and the Abbott family in various ways. Adam Newman, Victor's son, has a complex history with both the Newman and Abbott legacies. Loyal yet ambitious, Adam has often acted as a bridge or a wedge between the families, depending on where his interests lie. Today's episode suggested that Adam is watching Victor's moves closely, weighing whether to align with his father's strategy or chart his own course. The tension between father and son could reach a boiling point if Victor ignores Nikki's caution. Meanwhile, Abby Newman's role as a rising executive in Newman Enterprises adds another layer of risk. Any misstep in the war against Jabot could undermine her authority and influence, putting the next generation of Newmans at a disadvantage. Fans are already speculating whether Abby will side with Nikki, push back against her father, or attempt a delicate balancing act to keep the family united while protecting her own interests. Jabot's countermoves, not so easily defeated. Jabot Cosmetics is not going down without a fight. Under the leadership of Victoria Newman, Victor's daughter with Nikki, and the Abbott family, Jabot has proven resilient in the past. Today's events highlighted how Victor's aggression has energized his rivals rather than intimidating them. Victoria, who is no stranger to corporate warfare, seems poised to leverage Victor's overreach to her advantage. Observers noted her calculating gaze as she evaluated Victor's latest move. With Nikki's warning ringing in the air, Victoria may seize the moment to turn Victor's own tactics against him, potentially exposing vulnerabilities in Newman Enterprises' strategy. The Abbotts, for their part, are watching carefully. With Jabot's legacy on the line, they are unlikely to yield to Victor's ambitions. Today's episode hinted at secret plans and strategic alliances forming behind closed doors, setting the stage for a showdown that could redefine Genoa City's corporate legacy at stake. For decades, Victor Newman has been synonymous with power, influence, and dominance. Yet, Nikki's warning is a stark reminder that even legends are vulnerable when personal obsession clouds judgment. This is not just a corporate battle. It is a test of Victor's ability to prioritize family over vengeance, strategy over ego. Social media fans are already debating Victor's future. Could this be the beginning of his undoing? Or will he find a way to weather the storm, outmaneuver Jabot, and emerge stronger than ever? The tension between Victor's ambition and Nikki's caution is shaping up to be one of the most compelling narratives in recent YNR history. If Victor ignores Nikki's warning, the consequences could be catastrophic: public embarrassment, financial loss, and a fractured family. Conversely, if he heeds her advice, the Newman patriarch may be forced to compromise, a scenario almost unthinkable for a man who thrives on absolute control. Fan reactions. The city is talking. Social media erupted as clips from today's episode circulated online. Fans were quick to praise Nikki's bold stance, with many calling it a long overdue wake-up call for Victor. Hashtags like hashtag Nikki warns Victor, hashtag Jabot war, and hashtag Wire and Drama began trending as viewers debated the implications of Nikki's warning. Some fans argued that Victor's pride would prevent him from listening, setting the stage for a dramatic fallout. Others speculated that Nikki's words might spark a transformation in Victor, pushing him to reevaluate his priorities and possibly mend fences before irreversible damage occurs. Online forums are buzzing with theories. Will Victor finally scale back his Jabot campaign? Could this confrontation lead to a Newman family mutiny? Is Nikki preparing to take a more active role in the business world to counter Victor's reckless tactics? The conversation is ongoing, and it seems clear that Genoa City fans are deeply invested in seeing how this high-stakes drama unfolds. The bigger picture: power, revenge, and family dynamics. YNR has always excelled at intertwining corporate intrigue with personal drama, and today's episode is a masterclass in both. Victor's war with Jabot is not merely about profits. It is about power, pride, and the potential destruction of everything he loves. Nikki's intervention elevates the stakes, reminding viewers that in Genoa City, the most dangerous battles are often the ones fought at home. The dynamics between Victor and Nikki offer a fascinating study of power and influence in relationships. Nikki's courage to speak truth to a man like Victor signals a shift in the narrative. Could she become a counterweight to Victor's aggression, steering him away from self-destruction? Or will her warning fall on deaf ears, resulting in a catastrophic fallout that affects the entire Newman empire? This storyline also highlights a recurring theme in YNR: the cost of unchecked ambition. Victor's drive to dominate Jabot mirrors past conflicts that have shaken Genoa City. But Nikki's intervention is a timely reminder that even the most powerful figures are vulnerable when personal vendettas cloud judgment. What to expect next? As fans eagerly await the next episode, several key developments seem inevitable. Victor's response. Will Victor take Nikki's warning seriously, or will his pride push him further into risky territory? His next moves will be critical in determining the outcome of the Jabot war. Family alliances, Adam, Abby, and Victoria's roles will be pivotal. Will they support Victor, follow Nikki's guidance, or carve out their own agendas? Jabot's counterattack. Expect strategic maneuvers from Jabot's leadership. With Nikki's words looming over Victor, his adversaries may exploit any weakness. Corporate fallout. Legal battles, shareholder reactions, and public perception could all factor into the unfolding drama. Every decision Victor makes has consequences, and YNR is likely to explore these ripple effects in the coming weeks. Fans are already speculating about alliances shifting, betrayals looming, and the Newman Empire's future hanging in the balance. One thing is certain: Genoa City has never felt so charged with tension and anticipation. Conclusion: Nikki's warning could change everything. The December 17th episode of The Young and the Restless delivered a bombshell moment. Nikki Newman standing up to Victor, warning him that his war against Jabot could cost him everything. This confrontation is more than just a dramatic scene. It's a turning point in the Newman family saga. Victor's next moves will define not only his business empire, but also the dynamics within his family. Nikki's courage to speak truth to power may signal a shift in Genoa City's balance of forces, challenging long-held assumptions about who holds the real influence in the Newman household. For fans, today's shocking news serves as a reminder that in Genoa City, power is never absolute, ambition can be perilous, And sometimes the most dramatic battles happen where we least expect them, at home. As the Jabot war rages on, viewers are left with a burning question. Will Victor Newman heed Nikki's warning? Or is the Newman empire on the brink of a historic downfall? The next episodes promise to deliver high-stakes drama, tense confrontations, and shocking revelations that fans will not want to miss. What happened with Nikki Newman? Why are fans stunned? Genoa City, December 18th, 2025. The walls of Newman Enterprises may have witnessed countless power struggles, passionate affairs, and family betrayals. But nothing has fans talking like today's shocking events surrounding Nikki Newman. For decades, Nikki has been the cornerstone of the Newman legacy. Elegant, resilient, and fearless in the face of scandal. Yet, even the strongest pillars can crack under pressure. And today, the matriarch's world seemed to be teetering on the edge, leaving viewers in absolute disbelief. A day like no other. It began as an ordinary day in Genoa City. Nikki, always the poised and calculated figure, seemed to be carrying on as usual, attending to her duties at Newman Enterprises and tending to her family with the care only she can muster. But insiders close to the Newman family hinted that Nikki had been deeply unsettled for days, and the events today were the dramatic culmination of months of stress, secrets, and looming betrayals. The first shock came when Nikki unexpectedly confronted Victor Newman, the man who has been both her greatest love and fiercest adversary. Their relationship, marked by endless twists and turns, has always been the heartbeat of Genoa City's drama. But today, Nikki appeared more determined and unyielding than ever before, issuing a warning to Victor that left everyone in Newman Enterprises and fans at home gasping. Nikki warns Victor, Jabot war could cost everything. In a tense confrontation that aired earlier today, Nikki warned Victor that his relentless pursuit of dominance over Jabot Cosmetics could ultimately cost him everything, including his family. Victor, you can't just bulldoze over everyone and expect it to end well, Nikki said, her voice firm, her eyes unwavering. This war you're waging against Jabot, it's not just a business battle. It's tearing the family apart. And I won't stand by while you destroy the people you love most. This was a rare side of Nikki we haven't seen in a while. While she has always been the moral compass and the one to mediate conflicts within the Newman clan, today she took a stand that left Victor momentarily speechless. The network's loyal viewers immediately took to social media, with hashtags like hashtag Nikki vs. Victor and hashtag Newman Drama trending within minutes. The warning wasn't just emotional, it was strategic. Sources reveal that Nikki had been gathering information behind the scenes about Victor's plans to sabotage Jabot's latest product launch. With a keen understanding of both Victor's ambitions and Jabot's vulnerabilities, Nikki stepped in to try to prevent an all-out corporate disaster. Nikki's secret agenda. But Nikki's move wasn't entirely about protecting the family, it was also personal. The past few weeks had seen tensions rise between her and Ashley Abbott, Victor's longtime rival and occasional ally. There are rumors swirling that Nikki may have been secretly negotiating with Jabot executives to ensure the company's stability, putting herself in a dangerous position between Victor and Ashley. One insider revealed, Nikki has always been more than just Victor's wife. She's a strategist. Today, she showed that she's willing to go toe-to-toe with Victor when it comes to protecting her family and the Newman legacy. But this also puts her at risk. Victor is not known for taking well to defiance. A family on edge. The fallout of Nikki's confrontation with Victor didn't stay contained for long. Nick Newman, their son, quickly became involved, trying to mediate between his mother and father. Nick's loyalty has always been tested by the complex dynamics between Nikki and Victor, and today was no different. Reports suggest that Nick's efforts to calm the storm were met with resistance from both sides, leaving the Newman family on edge. Meanwhile, Victoria Newman, the couple's other child, was reportedly blindsided by the drama. Known for her ambition and her own business savvy, Victoria reportedly feared that her mother's intervention might provoke Victor into making impulsive moves that could hurt the entire family. For fans, seeing this mother-daughter tension unfold live was a mix of heartbreak and intrigue. Fans react: shock, awe, and speculation. The reaction from the young and the restless fanbase has been explosive. Social media platforms lit up within minutes of Nikki's confrontation with Victor. Some fans praised Nikki's courage and strength, celebrating her refusal to let Victor steamroll over everyone for personal gain. Others were more skeptical, questioning whether Nikki's actions could backfire and leave her isolated from the Newman empire she's helped build for decades. Popular fan forums erupted with theories. Could Nikki be positioning herself as a future CEO of Newman Enterprises? Is she secretly working with Jabot to undermine Victor's authority? Or is this merely a temporary power play designed to protect her children and prevent a family disaster? The speculation alone has kept viewers glued to their screens, refreshing every update to see what Nikki might do next. Of course, Victor Newman is never one to back down. While Nikki's warning was serious, insiders confirmed that Victor took it in stride, at least outwardly. Those close to the Newman family suggest that Victor might be plotting a subtle countermove, one designed to remind Nikki of his influence without sparking outright conflict. Victor respects Nikki, but he's not one to be challenged lightly, an insider revealed. Expect him to be calculating. There's a lot more drama coming. The tension between Nikki and Victor isn't just about corporate maneuvering. It's deeply personal. Their relationship has always walked the fine line between passion and conflict, love and rivalry. Today, fans witnessed the personal stakes in full force, as Nikki risked not only her position, but also her marriage to confront Victor about what she believes is a destructive path. Health scare rumors, adding fuel to the fire, adding another layer of suspense. There have been rumors circulating that Nikki might be dealing with a health scare. While the show has not confirmed this, some sources suggest that the stress of dealing with Victor, the family, and corporate politics may have taken a toll on Nikki. Viewers are now watching with bated breath, worried not only about her safety in the boardroom, but also about her well-being at home. Could this be a setup for a dramatic storyline where Nikki must fight for her health while simultaneously protecting her family empire? If so, it would be a classic YNR move, blending personal stakes with corporate intrigue to create a story that keeps audiences riveted. The bigger picture, Nikki's power move. What makes today's events so shocking isn't just Nikki's confrontation with Victor, it's the broader implications for Genoa City. If Nikki successfully navigates the corporate battle while maintaining family loyalty, she could emerge as one of the most powerful figures in Newman Enterprises. On the other hand, if Victor counters her move, Nikki could find herself isolated, with both family and company dynamics turned against her. Analysts and longtime fans alike are weighing in. Some suggest that Nikki is leveraging her knowledge and influence to position herself as a peacemaker and protector, while others believe she's preparing for a more ambitious, long-term strategy, possibly even challenging Victor's authority directly. What this means for the future. One thing is certain, Nikki Newman's actions today have set off a chain reaction that will reverberate across Genoa City for weeks to come. From corporate boardrooms to family dinners, every decision Victor and Nikki make from here on out will be scrutinized, dissected, and debated by fans and insiders alike. Nikki's stand has also sent a clear message to the younger generation of Newmans. Loyalty, integrity, and courage matter. In a family often defined by betrayal and ambition, Nikki's actions show that even in a world dominated by power plays and corporate warfare, one person can make a difference. Fan predictions and theories. As expected, fans are already making predictions. Will Nikki challenge Victor outright? Some believe Nikki may quietly gather allies to protect her interests and potentially lead a coup within Newman Enterprises. Is there a hidden alliance? Speculation is rampant that Nikki may secretly be working with Jabot executives or other influential figures in Genoa City to balance Victor's power. Family fallout. Will this confrontation deepen the divide between Nick, Victoria, and their father? Or could it bring the family closer together in the face of corporate danger? Romantic drama. Fans are also wondering whether this bold Nikki will open the door for a new romance or reignite old flames, reminding Victor of the deep emotional connection they share. Conclusion. Nikki's moment in the spotlight. Today's shocking news about Nikki Newman is more than just a dramatic plot twist. It's a moment that encapsulates the essence of the young and the restless. Nikki, long admired for her resilience and grace, has stepped into the spotlight with a boldness that has left both Genoa City and the viewing audience in awe. By confronting Victor, warning her family, and possibly laying the groundwork for a larger strategic move, Nikki has reminded us why she is the heart and soul of the Newman legacy. As the days unfold, fans can expect a roller coaster of emotions, corporate battles, and family drama. Will Nikki emerge victorious, proving once again that strength, intelligence, and integrity can triumph even in the cutthroat world of Genoa City? Or will Victor's relentless pursuit of power push Nikki to the brink, forcing her to make choices that could change the Newman family forever? One thing is certain. Nikki Newman's story today is the kind of shocking news that keeps the young and the restless at the top of soap opera drama. Fans will be watching closely, tweet by tweet, update by update, as this legendary character shows us all what it means to stand firm when everything is on the line. Should give Noah and Audra a second chance at romance. The brief reunion between Noah and Audra on The Young and the Restless has opened up the possibility of revisiting their romance. There are several compelling reasons why this former couple should be given a second chance, an opportunity that Y&R shouldn't miss. The relationship between Noah, Lucas Adams, and Audra, Zuleika Silver, was over before she ever arrived in Genoa City. However, based on their recent brief reunion, these two have unfinished business. Sparks flew when Audra ran into Noah and Nick. Joshua Morrow at the GAC. While Noah and Audra's interaction was quick, Y&R fans took notice of a look in a moment that spoke volumes. Not gonna lie, the moment between Noah and Audra was fire. I can see the chemistry immediately already, and if she really has the capacity to change, I'd like to see them give it another go, 'cause wow, wrote a fan on X. One Reddit thread highlighted the interaction, with several fans chiming in to acknowledge the apparent hot chemistry between Aura and Noah. A fan even declared he still wants her. He does not look good with Sienna. There's no question that Noah isn't the same guy he was a couple of years ago, and not just because a different character is playing him. Noah cheating on Allie, Kelsey Wong, with Sienna, Tamara Braun, was a game-changer for the character and honestly makes us feel like he's more of a match with Audra now that Y and are not utilizing the change in Noah, as well as the chemistry between Silver and Adams, would be a disappointment. The show could delve more into their history and their feelings for each other. Remember, Audra was supposedly pregnant with Noah's baby and had a miscarriage. There always seems to be the impression that there was more to this story than Audra was letting on. Speaking of Adura, she has had her fill of men in Genoa City, but none of them have stuck. Granted, Audra is her own worst nightmare, but it could also be because she's never really gotten over Noah. What do you think? Should Y&R revisit a Noah and Audra shocking romance? Y&R news. Should Noah and Audra get a second chance at romance? Fans of The Young and the Restless have been on an emotional roller coaster this week, and the latest developments surrounding Noah Newman and Audra are leaving viewers with a single burning question. Should these star-crossed lovers get a second chance at romance? The drama unfolding in Genoa City is nothing short of shocking, and the stakes couldn't be higher for Noah and Audra. Let's dive into today's news and explore why fans are clamoring for a reconciliation between these two compelling characters. The shocking twist that shook fans. Today, Y&R dropped a bombshell in the middle of an already intense week. Noah Newman, who has always struggled with matters of the heart, found himself in a vulnerable position after a series of events that tested his loyalty, patience, and emotional resilience. Meanwhile, Audra, whose own journey has been marked by heartbreak and resilience, confronted feelings she had long buried. The shocking news came during an explosive scene at the Chancellor Mansion, where Noah and Audra were unexpectedly forced to spend time together due to a professional crisis involving Newman Enterprises. Sparks flew, old wounds were reopened, and the chemistry that fans had long hoped would reignite became undeniable. Social media exploded as fans shared GIFs, tweets, and posts speculating whether the show might finally give Noah and Audra a second chance. Why Noah and Audra's history makes a reunion compelling. To understand why a reconciliation would resonate with viewers, it's crucial to revisit Noah and Audra's history. The two first connected years ago, and their relationship has always been a blend of passion, miscommunication, and circumstances beyond their control. Noah has often been portrayed as a man who struggles with self-doubt, sometimes sabotaging his own happiness, while Audra embodies a mix of strength and vulnerability. Their initial breakup, while painful, was built on misunderstandings and timing rather than a lack of affection. This shared history sets the stage for a reunion that is both believable and emotionally satisfying. Genoa City fans are reacting strongly. The reaction from YNR fans has been swift and intense. Online forums, Twitter threads, and Instagram fan pages are filled with pleas for the showrunners to reunite Noah and Audra. One fan tweeted, "Noah and Audra deserve a second chance. The chemistry is still there, and we've been waiting years for this moment." Another fan posted on Instagram, "Watching them together today was pure magic. YNR, don't mess this up." The intensity of the fan reaction highlights something important. Viewers crave character-driven drama, and Noah and Audra's storyline has all the ingredients to deliver it. The audience isn't just rooting for a romance. They're invested in the emotional growth and redemption arcs of these characters. The timing couldn't be better. Timing plays a crucial role in soap opera storytelling, and YNR seems to have chosen the perfect moment to reignite this romance. Both Noah and Audra have matured since their initial breakup. Noah has navigated challenges in his career and personal life that have forced him to confront his insecurities, while Audra has faced her own trials, learning the importance of trust and self-worth. By reintroducing tension and romance now, the show can craft a narrative that feels earned, rather than rushed. Audra and Noah's reunion could explore themes of forgiveness, second chances, and enduring nature of true love, classic soap opera storytelling that resonates deeply with audiences. Potential obstacles to their romance. Of course, no compelling soap opera romance comes without obstacles, and Noah and Audra's second chance would be no exception. The show has a history of layering complex external pressures on its characters, and viewers should expect plenty of drama before a reconciliation could be fully realized. For instance, Noah's family ties to the Newman dynasty always complicate his relationships. Victor Newman, known for his manipulative tendencies, could present hurdles that test Noah and Audra's bond. Meanwhile, Audra's past relationships and lingering emotional scars may create tension, forcing both characters to confront their vulnerabilities head-on. Additionally, rival love interests could make a return, creating an emotional triangle that adds another layer of tension. Such plotlines are classic soap opera material, ensuring that even if the romance reignites, the journey will be far from easy, and that's exactly what fans love. Why a second chance makes sense from a narrative perspective. From a storytelling standpoint, giving Noah and Audra a second chance at romance could be a game changer for the show. Soap operas thrive on emotional payoffs, and nothing delivers a bigger payoff than reuniting two beloved characters after years of separation. Rekindling their romance would also allow the writers to explore deeper character development. Noah could show growth by confronting his fears of inadequacy, while Audra could demonstrate resilience and forgiveness. Together, they could navigate conflicts, external pressures, and personal growth in a way that enriches the Genoa City tapestry. Moreover, this pairing has significant potential for crossover drama. Their reunion could trigger reactions from other characters, both allies and antagonists, creating ripple effects that fuel multiple storylines. From Victor's scheming to potential career conflicts at Newman Enterprises, the narrative possibilities are nearly limitless. The chemistry factor. One of the biggest arguments for giving Noah and Audra Another Shot is the undeniable chemistry between them. Despite years apart, their interactions still sizzle with tension, humor, and tenderness. On screen, the actors convey a connection that feels real, making viewers emotionally invested in their journey. This chemistry is a crucial element for the show's success. Soap opera audiences are drawn to relationships that feel authentic, even amidst the heightened drama. By leveraging this natural chemistry, YNR can create storylines that captivate viewers and drive engagement across social media platforms. Fan theories and speculation. Fans are already speculating about what a Noah and Audra reunion might look like. Some suggest that a dramatic event, such as a crisis at Newman Enterprises or a personal emergency, could bring them back together in a moment of vulnerability and honesty. Others theorize that a rival love interest might push them to confront their true feelings before it's too late. The beauty of soap opera storytelling is that nothing is ever certain. Writers can play with twists, cliffhangers, and shocking revelations to keep audiences on the edge of their seats. A Noah-Audra romance has the flexibility to accommodate all these elements while still delivering the emotional satisfaction the fans crave. Social media buzz, a key indicator. In today's media landscape, social media buzz is a major factor in shaping soap opera storylines. The overwhelming response from fans supporting a Noah and Audra reunion indicates that there is a real appetite for this story. Writers and producers often take these signals into account, which means the chances of a second chance are not just wishful thinking. They're grounded in audience demand.